Okay, so we're going to, let's see, double check. Okay, run through the grab sense. So grab sense is, it's similar to Ratchet Bracket in terms of placing resting orders out into the open market. And, it might not be something you ever want to use, it depends on the type of trading that you're doing. If you're trying to make 100% a trade, you might not want this. If you're trying to scalp, it might be a lot easier. So, grab sense, it's like a very dumbed down version of Ratchet Bracket. You turn it on to, you most likely would want to do percent mode. And you say, you create your levels. So let's say I want one order at 25-cent profit and another one at 50-cent profit. And then we're going to go, let's say 25% per level, 25% per level, and a trail percentage of 50%, and then a trail cents of 20%. Okay, so what this is saying, I get it up on Druid and Notepad, is, let's move this guy. Where's the hide button? Okay, it doesn't. Okay, so you're going to place two resting orders, right? And it's going to have 25% of the position in one for a 25-cent gain, and 25% for another on a 50% gain. So if your quantity is 4, then you're going to have one order at, and let's say you're the average fill of the order was $4, right? So you entered for $4 a share or a contract. So you'd have one order for 4.25, and then another order, one of 4.5, right? That's just 20. The one is 25% of the position, and you can elect to have a price trail that will come into effect once these orders have been filled. So once you have two quantity left, you're going to have a 20-cent price trail on the rest of the position, right? And the 50% is the 2 right here, and the 20 cents is the trail cents. Okay, so does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay, and just to repeat, this price trail only comes in after the fact. And I took a quick video just to show you, right? So you see here, you have a fill, and the fill's at 4.05, right? And same thing as before, I did, 2 increments, 25% of the exact setup you see here, 25%, 25%, and then 25 cents and 50 cents. So the first order, you see the fills at 4.05. It gets filled there. The order goes in the open market at 1 quantity, 4.3 limit. And then you'll see the second order is at 4.55, which is 50 cents.
Yeah.
And it just sits there, and you can just, it's like, that's what I was saying, it's like a very dumbed down version of Ratchet Bracket. You don't have the stop underneath, but you do have like a lot of control over, how many specific cents, how much specific quantity for each, right? So if you're trying to trade and when you take out magnitude, to close, right? So there it got filled. And this might be something that's useful because, you'll see a previous candle high at 30 cents, and, make sure you have one order in the market for a 30-cent gain, if you see what I'm saying. Right, so we got our fills, and you'll see the grab sense, right? It has a trail, and you'll see here that the trail, right, when the stock goes over 4.56, it's going to start moving the price trail up.
Yeah.
So that's how that's what grab sense, how it works. It's like a very simplified version of Ratchet Bracket. You can have an optional price trail underneath, and you could just have very like pointed, like where am I going to, my resting orders with it. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna cut the video here. Or unless, first of all, do you have any questions for the audience?
No
Okay.
no
Okay.
questions.